reveal map option. So in this version, the map starts as revealed. You don't actually do any scanning. Basically, the first person to found gets sort of a heavier debt penalty. So the earlier you're found, the more debt you get. All right. So, wow. Okay, there are a lot of resources on. This is an awesome spot right here. I'm not sure. Right now, it tells you, like, if you found right now, your stock price would be $1.50, and you're going to have a D rating. So the question for me is, are there two legitimate starting spots? I think there are. I could found here. This would be great, too. This would be a great robotic spot. Lots of good spots here. So in this case, I'm not going to found early. I'm going to kind of wait it out. And I think my first pick would be to go up here. Take these 3 tiles with my first 3. And then if he doesn't go for that, that's fine. Just go down here. That's fine too. Here I might go expansive. Maybe just drop right in the middle of here. All right, this is starting to get very reasonable. I think I'm being muted. No, it's on. Where's the sound? All right. So I've got this great mine here, which is producing both aluminum and iron, and they're all giving themselves adjacency bonuses. So I'm producing a ton of iron and aluminum, which I will use, which I will sell quickly. And he's gone scavenger. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I didn't even notice the spot down here. That's a pretty good scavenger spot, although there's only low carbon. So we shall see about that. All right, and so I just got to wait till my steel gets up to. He's already upgraded. Okay. So what do I want to do now? I get some water. There's a high water over here. It's always good to get some sort of water. I haven't noticed a lot of silicon on this map, so I think I will grab that silicon. Leaves me with 1 tile. There are probably no geotherms. I don't see any geotherms. In that case, power is going to be an issue since I'm robotic. Cold fusion. Buildings are powered with water. That's an interesting one. Boy, that changes the whole dynamic of this game here, because now, theoretically, whichever one of us gets this can just drop down a bunch of ice condensers, and we don't have to worry about power at all, which means that the power market is not necessarily going to get pushed up all that much. What's he doing right now? So this should go for a decent amount. He's got plenty of water, so he would like this one. So I need to at least just make sure he pays for it. I think I'll take it at that. The one downside of getting cold fusion here is if I build some power, he's probably not going to build power at all, which means I can. Well, first of all, I gotta get. What am I doing? I gotta get steel mill up or something. So I got tons of iron, so I'm gonna scrap this for the moment. Oops, wrong one. Well, all right, I'll just go with it. Robotics do get the bonus of getting the steel mills next to the thing. He already grabbed the free claim, didn't he? What do we got here? Hologram. This would be nice, probably. The thing is, I'm just missing anything that's actually making me money, which is a problem. Well, I mean, water's already cheap, so my high water is not really doing much for me. In fact, I might be smart just to turn it off. Yeah, I'm just going to turn that off for now. Well, we're so far pretty neck and neck. All right, so I'm making some money on steel. I'm just gonna make sure I don't slide too much into debt. Right now, with steel so high, I'm okay dropping the. Hi, Layla. Dropping the. Not worrying about the metal mine. All right, it should be upgraded soon. Another nice thing about being robotic is you don't need glass to upgrade. What kind of colony we got here? We got a couple offices. That's going to drive up power in the lab, which is going to drive up chems. I should be there very soon. I kind of, since I don't have anything else that's really worth anything, I just kind of have to do this the old-fashioned way. When I upgrade, I probably will delete one of these and switch it back to an iron mine because, well, I guess we'll see. All right, power is starting to creep up. Alternatively, I can start making electronics. Robotics gets sort of like the super electronics. I've got all of the parts except for carbon. And I'd really like to get that extra claim there. Grab it. I'm actually building. I got 4 claims. I'm not really doing anything with any of them. All right, so nanotech. Okay, this would be pretty useful. So what have you been up to? She's going into farms, which makes sense, I guess. How much is farms? 27. Reactors are both all those are pretty good. 12,000. That actually may be a bit of a stretch. Nanotech's pretty awesome, but you know it is. All right. Why can't I build electronics with any more steel? Just gotta wait for the steel to come in. In the meantime, let's start building some power. We'll put it here so that if I want to, I can use it for something else. Some more of that. Make sure I have the trucks. So I do need to claim some carbon. Is there actually a high carbon on the map anywhere? No. There's a medium nearby me. I need one more tile for that. So for the moment, I'm just going to be buying it for the market. That's fine. It's only $10. So in fact, I'm going to buy up some carbon now while it's relatively cheap. These are at level 4. Better watch out at this. All right, I'm going to try to. I want to buy that. Yeah, the adrenaline boost because I got an awesome spot for it right here. This doubles the speed of all my buildings, so now they're all working at double speed. So I'm going to be making a ton here. Look how fast I'm making 3 electronics a second. So that is fantastic. And I can upgrade. All right. What do I want to get into? Let me start doing something with my water. Turn it back on. One of those. Okay. The nice thing about being robotic is you can really just focus on a few specific things. He's not really taking advantage of the fact that he gets double. He can buy twice as many things for the black market as I can, at least speed-wise. So I better start doing something to shut him down. What's he making money off of? Glasses. Glasses is best bet. Ooh, carbon scrubbing. Well, that'd be pretty nice. That would be very nice. I would really like this one. Oh, because I forgot to claim the carbon there. All right, now I don't need carbon. All right, well, that's fantastic. So now, instead of buying that, I can grab an EMP, knock out a whole bunch of his buildings. upgrade. 33,000. All right, fair enough. That was dumb. I should have bought a good squad. Frankly, I just got greedy. All right, I'm going to upgrade now. Must be close to 20,000. Because everything I have is shut down. Solar flare. Okay, that's good. He's already at level 5. Well, he's outpacing me. I could be in trouble. That must be real close. There we go. All right, what do we need to know? Well, he's starting to use it. That's for sure. That's fine. These factories are still looking pretty good for me. The problem is I kind of clumped all my stuff together, which means that it gets very easy to be hit. Carbon? No, I think I will take the carbon just because the price keeps going up. Oh, he tried to EMP me. All right, well. All right, so the stock game has begun. What do I actually want to do with the nuke? Probably hit one of his medium waters. All right. These are actually losing money. All right, well, goodbye to them. Why can't I build it? I've already got the steel mill down if I'm not going to get Offworld. Some cheap silicon. Switch to chemicals, huh? It's about that. He might not last long enough to get Offworld. Pirates, huh? So you get 100 pirates. If I get, it's worth 5,000. Water I can get for 5,000. All right, I'll let you have that. This one's going to be close. He's one stock ahead of me. Oh man, this is going to be close. All right, I don't think I have a choice. I need to force him to buy at least one share of his stock. Boy, he's got me. Pay off my debt, maybe. All right. Well, good game. That one was pretty straightforward. Probably didn't use the black market enough as I should have. That's why it's so nice to be scavenger. I think I could have probably done a better bet there if I was scavenger. Where did I really screw up? I think it was probably I should have had 3 steel mills up earlier at some point. Maybe if I had skipped the water and built a 3rd steel mill with that, I think that could have made a big difference. I mean, obviously, look at this. That's about as close as you'll see stock prices. He was just one step ahead of me. Probably made a lot of money off of food. I'm interested to see what would have happened if I had won the cold fusion auction instead of him. Let's see here. So I actually bought more power than I sold, which is interesting. For his case, of course, nothing going on with power. He only had to buy 11,000 water, so he presumably made enough, plenty of water throughout the gas. He produced 4,000 water, so he didn't have to worry about power, which I think that's one of the huge things, because that basically probably what meant a 3rd farm, it meant a 3rd glass furnace, not having to worry about power like that. So I think cold fusion probably worked out for him really well. Okay, so let me know if the stream is going along fine. I think I accidentally screwed up and didn't have. I always have a problem where I get my sound on and off. No. Can you guys hear the sound? Do I not have... for some reason, I can't hear my own sound. I wonder if I have myself muted accidentally. Why that would be. Oh. Looks like just some weird hiccup there. Alright. So you have to almost turn it on and off. Not sure what's going on there. It could be because some of the times I'm running the game in Unity, and sometimes I'm using the Steam version, so it might get confused somehow. Were you able to hear the sound during the game while we were playing? Because I wasn't able to hear any sound at all. I wonder how much that slowed me down. It's kind of hard to play. Kind of hard to play the game when there's no sound. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing I did before and create a 5-player game. If we get to 5 people, I will observe. Otherwise, otherwise we'll just play. So I'm going to step away for just 1 second while the lobby fills up. All right, I'm back, and nobody's here. Okay. If anyone wants to join the game, please, what you need to do is switch over to the next version branch. The password for that is Mohican Sun 2015. The M and the S are capitalized. You go into your Steam. Just look at your game on Steam, right-click on it, go to Properties, and then I think you go to Branches, and you type in that password. I'll type it into the chat right now. Password is Mohican Sun 2015. Right-click on the name and select Properties. Then type in the password in the betas tab. Then select the next version branch, and then it should download, and then you can join us. So just so you know, if you're looking for this game in the regular lobby, it's not there. You have to be on the next version branch. I'll wait a couple more minutes, and tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a quick game against the AI, or maybe I'll jump into a campaign real quick while I'm waiting for people to maybe get the branch. All right. So one new thing about there've been a few minor changes with the campaign. As you see, there's a bigger labor pool now. You no longer pay salary, and you no longer really hire workers. Instead, what you're doing is you're kind of hiring contractors. Each one of these guys that you hire is only available for one mission, although each turn you can hire one of them permanently. So it says shift-click to hire permanently. So, for example, from this list here, I got $600,000 to spend. These are my sort of permanent workers. I've got 2 farmers, two guys working the water pump, 2 miners, 2 guys from the quarry, 3 solar panel engineers, and so what I can do is so I can choose make one that's a permanent upgrade. I think maybe I'll do a permanent solar panel upgrade. upgrade. Power can be nice. And then that leaves me 400,000 to spend on sort of temporary upgrades just for this mission. I think maybe since there's 2 electronics available, I think I'll upgrade those 2, which means I'm sort of planning to go into electronics for this mission. If anyone is ready to play the game on the branch, just type it into chat, and then I'll I'll jump out of this game, the campaign, and launch a new lobby. Okay, so then the next step is you got to choose which mission to do. So there's 3 missions available right now, and it gives you a breakdown of what's available in each one. So the perk for winning this one, if you're the company that ends up with the most stock at the end, is you get a power surge to be used in later missions. For this one, you get silicon shipment. That means you get a chunk of silicon every time you upgrade your headquarters. This one just gives you straight up extra claim. So that's pretty awesome. That's probably the best one. You also get breakdown of there's low resources in this map. These are the different type of black market items available. So I'll go ahead and try that one. All right. And so the first step here is to...
High levels of water found.
Yeah, it's kind of loud. Let me change that a little bit. All right.
Ooh, a geothermal vent. That's useful.
Alright, so they already found it. They jump by this big chunk of water, probably because they're also nearby this carbon here. I, however, am inexpansive, so I gotta find myself some iron.
High levels of aluminum found.
Let's see.
High levels of iron.
So there's a high iron way up here in the corner. It's also high, so that would be good for my solar panels. So that's not a bad spot, actually. There's some... Yeah, okay, this is reasonable. I think I'm gonna maybe put it here. That way I can chump up these resources. You get sort of the resources that are underneath your headquarters, sort of for free. You don't get a lot of them, but you get some of them. So I'm gonna grab the high. Oop, he's going for this. He's probably going for this aluminum. I'm expansive, so my vehicles move faster. So you see, I'm actually getting to the spot faster than he does, and it should disappear. So I claimed it before he got it. Which is nice for me. So now I want to build some. He's not going to grab my high water, I don't think. So I'm going to put instead my 2 steel mills here. So now I'm basically just adrenaline. You're already using an adrenaline boost. You already used it on his carbon. Okay, well that's actually a reasonable play. So, dynamite. Do I want dynamite? Yeah. He doesn't have any buildings that are a long way away, so I know he'll probably use it on me, but if he just blows up one of my mines, it's not a big deal, so I'm not going to spend much on it. So I'm basically just waiting to upgrade. I got the steel mills working, I got the aluminum working. I need to get up to, see if your mouse over the upgrade tells you how much you need. I need to get up to 80 aluminum and 80 steel.
Market is online.
So I'm nearly there. Now, so there's also this colony here in the middle of the map. This consumes resources, and over the course of the game, what the goal is. Okay, yeah, so we blew up my mine, which is fine. I'll repair that. In the campaign, to win the level, you want to upgrade you're spending money to help upgrade the colony, and whoever does it the most. Each time you upgrade it, you get a share of colony stock, and whoever does it the most wins the map. Before the game ends. You see the game lasts 7 days. So you can upgrade the habitat, which means more people can live there, or you can add these sort of work modules, the workshop, the office, or the lab. And right now the colony is not growing because it both needs housing, needs more habitats, and needs jobs. But my first step is I'm going to upgrade my own headquarters so I get some more, so I can get some more claims. Alright, so I'm going to grab that high water, because that's pretty good. That's silicon. I want silicon. It looks like there's only one medium silicon on the map, so actually I think I will grab that. And there's a steel shortage, so I was thinking of not going for the steel triangle this game for whatever reason, but because of the steel shortage, I think it was pretty good bet. So now I can decide whether I want to go for farms or reactors. Right now they're about even. They're both producing about 14 net revenue. And the reactor consumes a lot more power, but it does produce 2 resources, which makes it a little more flexible. All right, so my opponent has already bought a share of stock in the colony. It's added a habitat module. You also want to help grow the colony, because the larger the colony grows, the more income it'll produce for you later on the game. In the campaign, it goes, I think, about 7 turns, and every turn you get money from the colonies that you help grow earlier in the campaign. And so before 7 turns gets out, I definitely want to make sure the colony grows to a pretty reasonable size. All right, so they hit me with a metal mine engineer. So if I buy this, my mines work 25% faster. Which, considering the aluminum and iron are both in the 20s and 30s, is a pretty decent bet. He's going up to 38,000. You can absorb a lot more debt in the campaign because you're not at risk of being bought out. There's no stock market per se. So the question here is, should I scrap my power is going up pretty quickly. The question is, I can kind of buy my way to more glass. I'm going to try to upgrade before I build power, even though I need to do that really quickly. Because I am producing this stuff pretty quickly. I will get to 160 aluminum and steel pretty soon. And boy, there's both network virus, power surge, and EMP available in this game. Could be a big problem. Let's be real close. I'm not going to sell my silicon because I want to use it right away as soon as I build some power.
Is at an all-time high.
All right.
Thanks to the infrastructure boost you approved. We'll be able to
sell my
ship more
steel so I
industries
can
off-grid
build
in no
a
time.
solar panel. It's nice close to my colony. I'll be able to maybe build a triangle. The question is, should I delete my reactors and switch to farms? Well, technically they're still about the same. So I'll build another reactor. And then I'm going to think about glass, although these are not really a great bet right now. So I think instead I might... I also need to start... We're already on day 3, so I need to get some money. What's he doing? So you've got... He's got no power. Oh, nope, he just built geotherm. That's going to drive down the price of power. All right, so I probably don't want to go too much else into power. Got one more tile we don't want to do with it. I mean, I love glass, but it's not just worth it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... Zoltar's opinion be damned, I'm going to build 2 glass furnaces. And I gotta help the colony grow. Because now the problem is, like, we're fighting over a colony that is not grown at all, which is kind of like, it'd be, to win it'd be sort of a Pyrrhic victory. Another metal mine engineer. Well, iron is at 55. He won the last one. 46,000. Alright, I'll let him take it. That's gonna drive him to... He's now... So this is one of the nice things, is that drove up his debt. He's now level D bond rating, which means he cannot buy things from the black market anymore. Or at least, he can still grab a claim and cook the books, but that's it. He can't buy anything that can hurt me. So letting him take that auction essentially protected me, in a sense, that I know I won't be hit by EMPs or power surges or whatnot. Alright, should I turn off the steel mills? No, they're still making money. Alright, I'm just gonna sell all. I gotta get the colony growing. Do I want power? Yeah, I'll build an office to get that power.
The black market is online.
Can I bribe a claim? Glass is still not great. We'd kind of like to do this instead. That's the only thing you can buy from the black market is those bribing those claims. So that's kind of why I want to do it. All right, so I'm going to be finishing up this game in maybe 10 minutes, and then I'll launch a new lobby. So hopefully people have the have updated to the new branch. Fuel is going down. So how much better is farms than reactors now? Reactors are a lot better. I think I'm going to switch over to farms with that fuel surplus. The colony is growing, but it's going to hit the cap soon. I need to get another office. I'm going to really drive up that price of power. It'd be great if I can get out of debt. In the meantime, it'd be great if I could knock...
The black market is online.
I wish there was a mutiny so I could grab that geotherm. I guess I could just hit with a power surge. He doesn't really have anything to hit. He's kind of stagnated, basically. He's got plenty of carbon, and he got into iron because the price of iron got high. Actually, well, the price of iron is still high. That's actually not a bad move on his part. But I want to get him out of power.
We're not surprised, just disappointed in you.
But he defended his geotherm. Yeah, well, that's to be expected. And he uses against me on my farm, so I just cost myself a ton by doing that. Alright, so by habitat, so that's supposed to be in the lead. I now have 4 shares of stock over his 3. So as long as I keep that 1 share advantage, I can be a little bit comfortable, a little more comfortable. Iron shortage, man, that iron has really worked out for him. Wow. Okay, so I better turn off. Are my steel mills still making me money? Nope, now they're losing money. Not much, but I mean, I can basically just sell what iron comes in, buy steel, and then that number will get made right pretty quickly.
The black market is online.
There's nothing I should do in the black market. So he's at a D rating again, probably because of all that iron. So that's the other thing. I want to drive down the price of iron because that's where he's making a lot of his money. And I think I'll try that power surge again. Alright, so now I've knocked out his geotherm. So hopefully we'll see the price of power still going down because I'm producing plenty from my solar panels by another office. So it gives me a 2 stock advantage. So now I just would like to, okay, I think I can turn these back on. Now I would just like to upgrade. So here's one of the things that interests me, iron. I've got 3 steel mills and 1 metal mine, which means I'm constantly buying iron to feed my steel mills. So the price of iron is going to keep going up unless I turn that off. So that's one of the things that's sort of making money for him. So these iron mines are making him, 90 bucks a second, although he's consuming a ton of gas to send it home. So that's nice. I'm not really taking advantage of that. I got rid of my reactors because the price of food is just even better. So what I'd really like to do is upgrade and probably get a... I was just about to delete this building, and then he overloaded it, which means I can't delete it. But I can still build some reactors. So I'll build them. Well, first let me build another glass furnace. And then let me get some reactors down. So I want to drive up the price of power. I don't want to hit it with a network virus. If I put it on this reactor, that'll really drive it up, because reactors, now these are each consuming 0.6 power per second. So hopefully they'll actually, see now the price of power is on its way back up. Also because it's nighttime. That's probably the real reason. My solar panels are out. And they need jobs, and needs housing. I'm going to need some more water, though. Slowly, right now I've got 3 farms, 3 reactors, all going off of 1 water pump. which is not going to be enough. See, I'm consuming way more water than I'm producing, so the water price of power is water should keep going up because I have auto supply on. So if you click on a building, it says stop auto supply. I have auto supply turned on, you know, which means that it'll just automatically keep buying water from the market. So you see that's why the price of water keeps going up. So I need to as soon as this overload is over, I'm going to delete this farm and turn it into a water pump.
The black market is online.
Alright, now I just want to think about upgrading because I think I'm going to win this map. I just want to focus on making money. So actually, I should get the adrenaline boost. I almost didn't notice it was there. So that basically boosts your buildings. If they produce at double speed, what's making the most money for me? These farms are, but I'm about to delete the farm. Although doubling what the water that I'm producing would not be a bad move either. Maybe I should wait until I upgrade and get some more stuff down there. Alright, upgrade.
Morale is at an all-time high, thanks to the infrastructure boost you approved. We'll be able to ship more industries off Earth in no time.
One more pump. Okay, so it's finished now. Bang. Alright, so I boosted all these buildings. So now you see my water pumps here. That's making 300 a second. That's making almost 500. So I'm making a killing on water. I'm heavily positive in water now.
The black market is online.
Well, he did recover in a sense, getting all those farms and reactors down. He did a pretty good job of that here. I still want to drive up the price of power, so let me overload those. Oh, well, he's got 2 geotherms up. How are they comparing to my... I'm actually making more from them than... I'm making more from my solar panels than from his geotherms. Probably because he's got... So if your mouse over here, it tells you he's got just 1 geotherm engineer, which means it's only working at half as much as it would in the regular game, whereas I have 4 solar panel engineers. Oh, shoot! I totally forgot I bought all of those electronic engineers. Right now, I could be making a lot from electronics. Well, there's still 1 day left, I guess. I gotta remember that I had taken advantage of that. So yeah, oh, and these guys are actually losing me money, so I'm going to get out of farm. I'm going to get out of... maybe I'll buy an adrenaline boost to...
The black market is online.
Don't make fun of me, guys. This is not the best way to arrange your buildings. Let me do 1 more adrenaline boost to try to make a bunch of money on this last day. Oh, he's actually caught up. What? Alright, well... Alright, not really worried about long term, just want to buy the cheapest. Okay, now I got a lead. Nice thing here is I know I finally had a debt, so that $350 I'm getting per second for the rest of last year colony stock for my power is just going straight into my cash. Alright, so I think I want to maintain just the 2-share lead. I'll be comfortable with that. I don't know if I want to move any of my buildings around at this point. Reactors, well, you know, farms would be a lot better than reactors. So let me switch this one over at least. No, what the heck? There's still a little bit of time left. Probably not enough to make the transition worthwhile.
The black market is online.
He's at 9. Alright, I want to be at 11. If there's a tie when time runs out on the last day, the game will go into sort of overtime until 1 player buys that last share. This will sort of guarantee the victory, hit him with 1 last EMP. And he hit us with a network virus, so that's fine. Oof! I'm now actually in the negative. Oh, because it's nighttime. I'm making a killing from my farms. So I could buy more shares of colony stock, which would basically mean that over the rest of the campaign, I would be getting proportionately more from this colony. Like, this colony is going to be a certain size. It's population 7. Let me show you. So I'm going to hit continue. So I won that. He's at 11 shares to his 9. After mission, you get a breakdown of how you did. And during the mission, I ended up with cash. Plus, at the end of a mission, it sells all your resources automatically. So I ended up with about $280,000. Take away my debt. And then that mission, that plan I did was, that mission I was on Acidus Planitia. And I'm now making $192,000 per turn from that spot. So you add that stuff together, it leaves me with $472,000 in cash. You take away the debt, it leaves me with $462,000, which I can now spend to hire some new contractors for the next mission. But note that all those guys I bought for electronics factories, they're gone. You know, those were just temporary workers. But let me show you what that means. So if you mouse over this, you see it grew to colony size. The colony grew to size 7. It basically multiplied that by 50,000, which is $350,000. So it's producing $350,000 per turn. And then you kind of divvy that up to the 2 players depending on how many shares they have. Because I have 11 shares, I get 11/20ths of that amount. So that's how you play it. All right, so hopefully more people are on the next version branch right now. So let's start a multiplayer game. If you just joined us, I already got beaten once today, so we'll see. All right, PB Hood is here. He is the reigning champion for people who don't know. We've had 2 tournaments, and he's won both of them, so he's a formidable player. I don't want to face him by myself. Come on, Zoltar. I know you're around. Why don't you jump in? Good amount. Good amount for PB Head probably means about 100 hours. Oh man, don't make me play it by myself. I would much rather have Zoltar or Qubit or someone like that pop in here, and then I'll just observe and let people know what they're doing. Eating breakfast still. Zoltar is eating breakfast. Okay, so his breakfast is more important than keeping me from getting beat down by PB Head. All right, give it maybe another 30 seconds. And if no one wants to take on PB Head, I'm going to have to do it myself. Alright, well, I got about an hour left on the stream, so if PB Head and I play, hopefully Zoltar will be around to play PB Head afterwards. PB Head just raises difficulty level 1 level to executive. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I'm not going to be able to do much commentating here if I play PB Head because it's like I said, a challenge. Alright, good luck. Oops, forgot to turn on reveal map. So this is going to be playing old school Offworld. I actually think that the scanning mode is actually still the better mode if you're not playing with 2 players, but of course we are playing with 2 players. Alright, so I haven't really found gray iron or carbon yet.
Scientific founded.
Alright.
High levels of iron found.
There's really no time to waste against a guy like PB. I'm going to have to go scientific too.
You must be a rather skilled researcher yourself. I couldn't have found a more promising site even with all my years of experience. Shall we begin?
Alright, so what we got here? We got holograms, spy, EMP, power surge.
Medium levels of carbon found. High levels of carbon found.
Oh, there is hard carbon on the map. Great.
Scientific.
If I only scanned here, I would have been so scavenger. Look at that. I'm sure he didn't find that either. He's already level 2. No surprise there. Okay, basically, as soon as this blimp gets there, I should have enough to upgrade. I'll have one more claim than he does. What do I want to grab on the map? It is low. There's not a lot of water on this
The
map.
black market is online.
I should probably get into that. Superconductor. Interesting. Well, power has been pretty awesome on this patch, although I'm not sure how that plays out in the 2-player game.
5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 12,000.
What is he doing? He's just doing classic. I see he's driving down some farms.
Our growth is surpassing my most optimistic projections.
Do the 3rd steel mill down. Oh, what? A power surplus? Oh. That's unfortunate. And then I'll just switch over to reactors. So the main thing I don't have here is glass. So what is he going into? He's going into 2 farms. I'm into 2 reactors. He's shipping aluminum. Working actually fairly, doing similar type of stuff. Only thing is I have the solar panel and I've got superconductors. And he has the lead on me. Is there anything I can grab from him that would hurt him a lot? Actually, if I might want to grab... I'm going to grab his farm. Take away his adjacency bonus to get myself some food.
Scientific colony expanded.
I've never seen such elegant use of funding. We'll have more facilities open in no time.
Most important lesson here: don't upgrade until you have to.
Pirates
Woo, pirates! 2 scientific players and we got pirates on the map. This will be juicy. This will be super juicy.
7,000, 10,000.
Now maybe I should take away when you're bidding against a black market item. It says unknown, but in the 2-player game it's kind of silly. Obviously, this is PB head, so what kind of debt you got, PB? He's got 22,000. We got about the exact same amount of debt. I'm taking advantage of the fact that pirates are weaker than they were before, so I think maybe he hasn't factored that in yet. Did not want to turn those off.
The black
Instead,
market is online.
I hate those filthy bandits.
so he's trying to grab my fuel and oxygen. That's fine. No big deal. In the meantime, let me start working on some glass. My glass is closer than his is. I do have some advantages in this game, but I just, you know, PBhead's a really good player. Because I'll do fine, and then I'll start panicking once we get farther into the game. So I've gotten 57 a second for about 100 seconds. What is that, 5,000? So I got basically 5,000 for the farm, took that away from him. So that was a pretty good buy, I think. So yeah, basically paid for itself. That adrenaline boost would be useful. I'm not quite sure what I want it for yet. Probably for another glass furnace, but I'm going to wait till it's a triple. Should be able to upgrade soon. Should be enough glass for the upgrade. Just looking at farms coming in to help me out. I almost might have thinking about. Yep, he's done that. He switched his. Should I do that? Oh man, it's not that much different, really. Well, he's gonna drive down the price of iron pretty quickly. I'm fine with that.
Why, your new design for the colony layout is simply breathtaking. The other scientists will love the increased resources.
Freelance pirates are
More
offering their
pirates.
services to the highest bidder.
6,000.
He's gone for an industrial lab. That's probably something I should keep in mind.
7,000. 8,000. 9,000. 10,000. 12,000. 16,000.
Because then I can sell his food or his glass.
20,000. 24,000. 32,000.
Alright, so it's not necessarily worth that.
Pirates. I hate
Yeah, I
those
figured. So he's gonna try to steal my glass. That's fine. I don't mind. Two extra claims. What I want with that property reactor and probably engineering lab. I can't let him get too far ahead of me as far as engineering goes. He's still making iron. That looks like a mistake to me. What's he putting on here? Elemental core. Carbon's gotten to be that good. Yeah, it has. All right. So now I'm making 2,000 a second on power.
We called the
That's
dirty
not
rat
bad.
trying to break.
Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, alright. I suckered him into that one. Oh. Alright.
The black market is online.
This will freak him out a little bit. So this means he can't scrap his metal mines or turn them off either. So he's stuck with those crappy iron mines. In the meantime, I need to upgrade so I can get some farms. Close. Close. Ooh, geothermal. Alright, well, this will be interesting. Power is, in a sense, kind of done, I think. I made my money. I should be happy with what I made.
1,000,
The thing about his, he's in level D, which is nice because
1,000, 10,000,
he can't really take on much more debt. So I kind of get this one for free. Which was, this would allow me basically to use my my power here for something else.
Scientific colony expanded.
The black
Yeah, he got to
market
level
is
5. Good
online.
for him. What do I need to get to? 45,000. Where did my... Why is he making money? I gotta get to level. I really want to buy some more of his stock, but I really got to get to level.
Our growth is surpassing my most optimistic projections.
The black market is online.
I need to get chems in a big way. Like all the shares. Oh man, he's death spiraling. Alright, well let me hit him when he hurts.
A new claim is available for auction.
1,000,
Bidding will begin at
8,000,
sold.
Oh geez, I just blanked on that one. Actually, you know what? That's not what I want. I think I want here is actually just water.
The black market is online.
Well, I picked going into water at a good time, that's for sure. Has he switched over to water? He has not switched over to water. That's interesting. That must be halfway to, no, not quite. He has recovered somehow. like Offworld market? What are the prices like Offworld? Well, the price of water being what it is right now.
The black market is online.
I probably should have built that hologram. Alright, time to get back into farms.
8,000.
New cat up for auction. Bidding will begin at
9,000.
Your stock is being bought.
10,000. 12,000. 14,000. 16,000. 18,000. 24,000. 28,000.
sold.
I clicked, but it didn't go through. Alright, what I want.
Your stock is being bought.
Oh, when they wrong button.
Your stock is being bought.
The black market is online.
Your stock is being bought. Your stock is being bought.
Alright, 450.
The black market is online. The black market is online.
I figure his food surplus hit just at the wrong time.
market is online.
All right, got a big shipment coming in. Hopefully it'll be enough to put nervous up. Woo! Ho ho! All right. Wow, that was quite the game there. Interesting we didn't make it off-world. I think basically because we knew there was so much money to be made off of food, oxygen, and fuel. Let's see, can we chat now? It's while we're after the game. I don't remember if it's still not working. I guess we just chat in. I guess we can just chat on the Twitch chat channel. Okay, that interesting game there. So what happened? Well, debt became a problem for PB. There was a long period of time he was on D bond rating, which means he was going 30%, paying 30% interest each day. But most importantly, I would say he wasn't able to use the black market. The black market gets locked off from you. So if you look at the black market, although, of course, you should know, we're both scientific, so EMPs, power surges, and network viruses are not super effective against scientific. But it really didn't cost me all that much, since he wasn't driving up the price. So, look, I got 12 black market items for a total of $63,000, which is just a drop in the bucket, really. Whereas he, what did he do? He only had 4. Goon Squad, a couple mutinies. I mutinied his farms pretty heavily. It was a couple times, actually twice, I got actually got adjacency bonuses off of those mutinies. So, you know, I think I made a lot of money off of that. He bid high on those pirates. I think he overbid on the pirates because I think that put him down to the D rating, and pirates only steal 100 units now. So I think that's what happened there. Whereas you look on the resources for the money making, yeah, I made a killing off of fuel. I fully upgraded fuel all the way. Although, boy, we sure spent a lot of money, a lot of fuel shipping stuff around the map. He spent, wow, yeah, PB had auto-purchased $240,000 of fuel. This is sort of the game right here. He auto-purchased $240,000 of fuel. That basically went directly to me because I was making a killing on fuel. I had reactors going up, and they were upgraded all the way. I be curious what he was researching. So he had fully upgraded his fuel production, but interestingly, I didn't really see him having a lot of reactors. Well, at the end there, I had full on like 10 reactors. I heavily upgraded water and food and chemicals. I'm sure he did chemicals as well. He did food as well. And then the other big thing, of course, is I got the one auction that did pay off very well for me was superconductor, because I must have made a ton of money off of power. Yeah, I also sold almost $300,000 in power. That's a lot. And of course, in a 2-player game, that's kind of coming directly from the other guy. I was driving him into debt, and I was making money off of it. Very, very, very worthwhile patent. I don't remember what I got it for. I think it was maybe around $20,000. I think you could have spent. Well, it's funny. I think you spent $40,000 for that. But of course, if you do that, that drives you into debt. But definitely, that was a hugely valuable patent. Anyway, good game, PB. I hope Zoltar is still around, because I would love to see you guys play a game. So I am going to see. I'm going to host a 3-player game, potentially for Zoltar and PB, and we'll see if they show up. Now there's PB. Good game. Thought you were clawing your way back. I especially, one of my favorite moves was using the network virus to hit. I should have hit the wrong end. I targeted on the chemical labs, and then it went down the road and hit his mines, where I should have started on the mines because it would have overloaded them longer. So he was stuck with these mines for a while that were making nothing, and we're losing him a lot of power. 5%? What's 5%? Do you mean 30%? All right, so I'm going to... Oh! Yeah, sorry, I actually completely forgot. He was playing on executive, so even though I beat him, you know, it was not a fair playing field. I think my mind had erased that from the situation. So at any rate, yes, I did beat PB when he was playing at a higher difficulty level. He gets less claims, his buildings produce less stuff, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that changes it, so that should definitely be noted. Okay, looks like they're ready. Yeah, Qubit, you can no longer scrap virus buildings. In fact, that's something that happened to PB Head last game, specifically. Zoltar, okay? He's ready. Reveal map. I assume you guys want to do reveal map? Funny on that last one, if we had revealed map, I'm sure we would have had a scavenger, so that totally changed the nature of the game. Just so everyone knows, right now, we're going to have a quick match mode coming up soon, which will start, which is only for 2-player. It will use normal settings, so not reveal map, although eventually we will have reveal map be the default way to play 2-player game. We're waiting until there's a 4-player quick match. The way I envision it is there'll be 4-player, which uses the standard scanning mode for quick match, and then there'll be a 2-player mode that uses the reveal map option, because I think reveal map is best for a 2-player game. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so wow, there is a lot of iron on this map. A decent amount of aluminum and decent amount of carbon. You could go scavenger up here. It's not awesome, but it's workable. But I mean, you just can't avoid looking at this. Yeah, that means more iron. There's not a lot of water though. There is some ice, which might make it, if you go up here, could be interesting because then you'd be closer to the ice, because I think water is going to be an issue. These are the most important tiles on the map, actually. High water and bordered by 3 medium water. In a more than 2-player game, I can almost see founding here and trying to like monopolize the water. In a 2-player game, though, you definitely need to make sure you got your upgrade resources. Okay, so they're still stuck on a D rating. It's now in a C rating. Whoever founds will be on C. So I'm expecting to see a found pretty soon. I'm guessing we're going to see someone go down here with scientific so that they can grab the medium iron. Expansive, okay, all right. And grabbing the, who was it? That was Zoltar. He's grabbing the high aluminum, and he starts with a BBB rating. So we got a $2 stock price difference. And wow, PB Head just drops down right next to him. I don't know about that. Well, you know, I shouldn't second guess. Zoltar did get the high aluminum, so all PB Head has going for him with this spot is basically just has an iron triangle. And interesting enough, there are other iron triangles on the map, perhaps even better ones. I mean, I figured this would have been a better start straight up, just because if the price of iron got out of control, he could switch over to iron, or go here so he's closer to the water and other stuff around here. So at that point, if I was him, I actually probably would have gone scavenger up here. But I guess we'll see. We'll see how they do. Of course, the one thing that is going on here is that there are no steel mills. At least until he's the only guy with steel mills. At least until Zoltar upgrades, and he updates very quickly. Immediately drops down as a steel triangle, and yes, is going for. They're going for the water. As Zoltar grabs the high water, and PB Head just doesn't even try to get the high water. He knows immediately that he's not going to get it, so he's going to grab 2 of the mediums. I'm sure he would love to get the other medium water tile. Does he have any? They are both out of claims, of course. Instead, he's going. Ooh, claim auction. Whoever wins this could get this medium water. That I'm sure that whoever wins this auction is going to grab this medium water here. PB Head instead grabs 2 aluminums with his 2 other tiles. Notice since PB Head founded last, he gets 1 more claim than Zoltar does. But of course, Zoltar is expansive, so actually it balances out. They both get 4 claims. Zoltar used his claims for 3 steel mills and this high water, whereas PB Head used it for 2 aluminum and 2 medium water. I actually would have gone for the third water. How about, yeah, if I was him, I would have got the 3rd water and grabbed this medium aluminum here. But at any rate, who won the auction? PB Head won the auction. He has not used his claim yet. I guess he knows he's safe. He knows Zoltar has no claims, so he can sit on it for a little bit. But I would kind of figure he would grab this high water, this medium water right here. You know, those water tiles are going to be hugely important for sure. I think I assume basically PB Head grabbed this medium aluminum here because he was afraid of Zoltar grabbing it. I don't see that being an issue in a 2-player game. If they both have a good source of aluminum, the price of aluminum is never going to get that high. I actually, where's the... what's going on here? Okay, Zoltar must have bribed a claim from the market, and interesting enough, he did not grab that medium water, which is what I think he should have done. And PB Head is grabbing the triangle. Nope, changed his mind. Is he going to grab the medium water? No, he's going for a silicon. Wow, okay. Well, alright, so I predicted that this medium water is going to be important. Everyone, apparently the 2 players disagree with me. I don't know why Zoltar grabbed this low, I mean, it's going to give him a lot of aluminum for sure, but aluminum is right now sitting at 25 bucks, and, you know, there already were 3 aluminum mines on the map. It should be noticed, of course, that these 2 adjacent aluminum mines for PB Head could eventually become electronics factories later in the game. So they are both going for silicon. I don't know. It just seems okay to me. There's enough silicon on the map that it's not going to get monopolized. There are no triangles available, and once you see the other guy, once Zoltar saw PB Head grab some, I mean, there's no real reason for him to grab the other ones. I mean, he knows that. He knows where PB Head is committed to. But at any rate, PB Head does have one real big nice advantage in here. As scientific, his farms are producing, he has farms here instead of water. So you see these 2 farms are producing in the 60s, whereas the water for Zoltar is only producing 48. So Zoltar is producing water, whereas PB Head is able to skip ahead and go just right to farms, and that price of food is very good, 96 bucks. Okay, glass furnaces are coming out on the silicon. Silicon is holding steady at 43. PB Head is making a bet that, of course he's scientific, he can make that bet a lot easier. He's making a bet that the price of glass is going to pull away from the price of silicon soon, especially as they are upgrading. And here we go, this should be very interesting. Geotherm just went for auction. Neither of the players have gotten into power. There's been a lot of talk about with Beta 4 that power is going to become a hugely important resource. There's the adjacent bonuses. The adjacent bonuses are lower, so it's harder to produce power. And also, you don't start with life support, so level 1, you can theoretically make money with power right away. But right now, for sure, power is 159 bucks, and with debt mattering a lot more, both players are in the Bs for bond rating. Power is going to be important. This could go for a lot. The question is, you just don't want to bid so much that you're going to be dropped to a D rating. I don't see PB Head going to 48,000. But it was worth a lot. No doubt about it. Expect to see a goon squad bought by Zoltar very soon. He's got to wait 38 seconds for the black market to unlock. PB Head might want to think of buying a goon squad ahead of time just to jack up the price for him. Interesting. PB Head to switch those aluminums. The aluminum market has crashed. As I said, like I didn't think they needed to invest this much in aluminum, but he's switching them over to solar panels during a dust storm, which is going to reduce how much money they're making. Most of those tiles are strong. It looks like they have strong wind, so he could have put wind power there, but he goes instead for solar. Probably because he has a source of silicon, even though carbon is cheaper. It would have been interesting if he had gone for wind power. He could have picked up a small advantage of the dust storm. Doesn't go for that. In the meantime, his farm triangles are doing very well for him. They're all making 50 bucks a second. Meanwhile, both players are in sea debt, sea level debt. Zoltar is in more debt because of that geotherm, but that geotherm is now online, only making $100 a second for him because he is consuming so much other power elsewhere. He's got steel mills, he's got electrolysis reactors, a single electrolysis reactor. Interesting. This is not a typical move for Zoltar. I would have expected to see a glass furnace triangle instead of 2 glass furnaces and a reactor. Of course, you don't have the same adjacency modes as we have before, so triangles are not so super as they used to be. Okay, well anyway, his triangle's coming up soon, so I guess he was just waiting for... actually, he may have had the claims. He may just have not been able to afford to build the other reactors, so I might have just caught him in between his actions. Interesting that PB has kept this quarry up here. Actually, this quarry is making more money, making more net revenue than the... Well, they're pretty close, speaking about the same amount of net revenue as the quarries. If he switched to a quarry, he would get a bigger bonus, so he would probably make more if it was, but it is sort of a hedge on making sure that he has a supply of silicon, so the spice of silicon spikes, he'll be there to take advantage of it. Both players are positive in power now, although PB Head is now... Whoa, what happened? PB Head is making a killing on power. Oh, because PB Head switched heavy into a solar. He's basically deleted his steel mills, built power instead. Teleportation is up for auction. That's an interesting one. Always interesting. Oh, I see. PB Head got another geotherm. So PB Head is betting that he can... And he is almost out of debt. PB Head could take a big lead here with this power move. Teleportation. PB Head should take advantage of the fact that he has a much stronger bond rating than Zoltar. I don't think Zoltar will be able to go more... That's a stretch. Zoltar will not go above this. PB Head should bid again. If Zoltar takes the next bid, though, I would give this to Zoltar. This will certainly drop him to a D rating, which closes the black market to him. Okay, well, at any rate, PB Head will get teleportation. No way. I've said it twice before, but this time for sure, no way Zoltar is going to 48,000. That drops PB Head to BBB rating, which is not that big of a deal, but he immediately gets teleportation. There are no pirates available on the black market, so it's not that big of a deal. Zoltar is building 2 solar panels. So now we've got, what, we've got 7 solar panels on the map, 2 geotherms. That price of power is going to crash fast. So I don't know if this move by Zoltar was so great, because the price of power is going to just vanish. And when power crashes, it crashes hard. I'm not even sure who has the advantage in power at this point. They're basically both sitting on geotherm, so they're both just doing that. But daylight is going to open up again in about 2 hours, and then we'll see what happens. In the meantime, Zoltar did get that extra medium water here, and as you see, it's making 160 a second for him. So I will point out that was an awesome tile, and I think both of them should have tried to grab it earlier. Get the first carbon mine up, which is not really making much. In fact, there's a carbon surplus, so that's not working out for PB Head. In fact, he deletes it right away. Will he put a chem lab there, or what is that? Is he sending out reactors? Actually, you can tell. They're probably chem labs. I'm not familiar with the new chem lab animation yet. Oh, off in the corner, I haven't even noticed this. PB's got 3 reactors up. So he's got a water triangle, he's got a food triangle, and a reactor triangle. It is huge that he got both of these. There's very little water on the map, and he was able to get 2 triangles as scientific. I'm not sure what Zoltar could have done differently to prevent that, but that was definitely a nice thing for PB Head. Interesting that he didn't go full hog here, whole hog here, go for 3 solar panels. I mean, you figure you might as well. The steel mill is not really doing much for him. The price of power is still doing well. However, Zoltar is in debt, PB Head is not. This is huge. PB Head is making almost 1,000 a second off of the power, although he's losing, well, yeah, he's making... Well, it's going down quickly, but he's making money off of power. He's going to be able to buy Zoltar just off of that power move. And, good for him. So the main thing is they both went heavy into power. They're both making a lot of power right now, but it doesn't matter. Basically, Zoltar is in power just to drive the price down. The issue is he has so much debt, he cannot make money from that power. This is the thing with debt. It's not just that it affects your stock price. It prevents you from making money off of power. And I think that's what a lot of people are discovering now in the game is a big issue. Zoltar, in the meantime, has gone heavy into steel mills, which are doing just okay for him. The middle one, which is normally an Uber tile, is making just 40 a second. I don't know about that. I would have thought, if he's going to go this, why not go electronics? Which you see, but as a base, steel mills losing money, electronics is making money. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I would have done. He's building some glass furnaces. And plus, he's just sitting on 2 claims. I mean, he just upgraded level 5. He's got tons of claims. Slant drilling. What's that going to do? So slant drilling helps Zoltar here tremendously. He's going to have. He now has 3 high water tiles. See, each of these tiles is now making about 250. That's a huge move for him. But again, it just drops him more into debt. I just don't know about these steel mills. They're almost making nothing at this point. I mean, 19 a second for the one here, but if you add them all up, it's like, yeah, okay, so they're disappearing quickly. So the question here is the stock advantage of PB going to be able to hold the day? He can buy up that last share of Zoltar. I'm surprised he's not doing it yet, because having 6 shares, that's a huge advantage. I'm not sure why he hasn't. Zoltar can also buy, well... Alright, we got a network virus. Yeah. PB should have hit him earlier with that network virus to force him to lock him down to those steel mills and not allow him to transition them into something that would actually make money, like these chem labs. Okay, so PB did not, for some reason, buy that last share of Zoltar stock, so they both have equal shares in Zoltar. But, you know, PB head, again, is... he's got no debt, so he can just make money straight from power if he wants. Although he better get down power soon, because it's gonna crash. It's just a matter of time. Alright, Zoltar is now making his move on PB head. Where is he getting his... The question is, where is he going to be able to get his money from? He's making money from chems, certainly. He's losing money on glass. You better turn off those... Well, that's the thing. The overload prevents him from turning off those glass furnaces. There's nothing he can do about that. He just has to sit there and watch them lose money for him. All right. So we're kind of in a wait-and-see mode here. PB Head has gone into electronics. I'm surprised he didn't get rid of... Well, the aluminum mines are doing great, so that's why. And he boosted his electronics. Each one of these electronics factories is now making 200 a second. The black market is maybe perhaps a little bit underused this game. Of course, another player is Scavenger. But this area right here is certainly screaming for EMP. That's for sure. Now the steel mills are doing all right. Glass is definitely cratered. And that's why PB Head is moving to drop some electronics factories up here. Another geotherm. It's hard to evaluate this one at this point because power is clearly on its way down. At the same time, I mean, Zoltar doesn't want to just give it to PB Head because since he has no debt, he can still make a bunch of money on power. He could build a hacker array, short power, make a lot of money off of that.
8,000.
Zoltar does have the only industrial lab. Let's see what he's doing with that. 28,000 for the geotherm. That's a lot. The question is, could PB Head have dropped 24,000 on Zoltar? Would that have made much of a difference? Right now, Zoltar's debt is at almost $200,000, and he's 30% interest. So it was, you know, Zoltar couldn't have gone much higher. We're going to see a new geotherm come up very quickly. Zoltar is upgrading his steel. He loves that steel. It's funny. He just deleted a whole bunch of steel. And the power and the the price of steel came back up. I mean, steel will pay long term. I just thought he was just into it a little too strong. PB has hit by a power surge. Zoltar sees those boosted electronics factories, wants to shut those down. That makes sense. But boy, why is PB Head not hitting Zoltar here? There's EMPs available. There's power surges available, and he's got the money for it. All right, PB Head is dropping out of chemicals and switching straight to carbon, which makes sense because carbon is now way more expensive than chemicals. Was there a carbon shortage or something? What happened there? Chemical shortage, silicon shortage. I don't see a carbon shortage, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. Probably just because, oh, I know what it was, is because Zoltar was auto-buying carbon to make those chems, and eventually he turned them negative. Alright, what else we got going on here? Zoltar is almost finishing, almost has super steel production, which is fine, but boy, he's gonna flood the market.
The black market is on.
So getting that second geotherm for PB did convince him to basically get rid of his solar panels, and perhaps as a hedge on seeing that Zoltar has all this crazy steel production, he is switching over to steel mills himself. PB is getting Offworld market up. I'm surprised he didn't buy a hologram for $3,000 to hide the Offworld market. It will hide the unit if you put a hologram on this spot.
Just disappointed in you.
Wow, that must have. I didn't even notice PB had. Well, I was looking at Zoltar, I guess. So he had a goon squad on it immediately, which I guess is fine. But if you put a hologram on this spot before you build the Offworld market, and then you send out the Offworld market, the other player will not see the Offworld market emerge from your headquarters and will not see the building under construction. So a hologram will definitely cover up the Offworld market. Of course, Zoltar is a spy, or you could just guess where the Offworld market is, but you know, that's also totally viable. So the price of power, price of power is on its way back up again, and PB Head has dropped out of steel mills again, going back to power because that price of power is just so crazy right now. It could just be because of the colony. Although Zoltar has, well, both of the players have 2 geotherms. Whoa! Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm reading that wrong. There's 3 geotherms on the map. That's still not supplying enough power for everything. The colony has gotten to be, well, the colony is population 9 right now. So that's probably what it is. You see each one of those little lightning bolts that goes up there? Every time you see that, it's consuming power. And here's something to notice. Sometimes it's a good idea to take a look at the colony. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 office modules. Office modules consume first power and then a little bit of electronics. But when you see that much office, that many office modules, it means it's going to be a strong power map. That's why the price of power is so high. I also see 2 workshops, and that's it basically, no labs. So that's why chemicals are weak, and that's why power is so high. So you do want to pay attention to what you see on the colony. In this latest patch, I tried to group the colony modules together so it can be easier to read. And there you go, PB Head wins. Zoltar, oh, I guess Zoltar suicided basically. He sold off his shares of stock, which made it easy for PB Head to take him over. All right, well, it was an interesting game. It was definitely close, and then kind of that phase when Zoltar was so heavily into steel, I don't think he was making much money at that point. So Zoltar was really able to take advantage of that. I mean, PB Head was really able to take advantage of that, and of course he got that Offworld market up, and it just felt like he was able to take advantage of power a lot more than Zoltar was. Because essentially, you remember that phase in the middle where Zoltar had about $150,000, $160,000 of debt, and PB Head was out of debt, and he was actually just making money straight up off of that power, and was able to get those early shares of Zoltar straight off with that power. How did that happen? Well, that's a good question. Certainly, PB Head, he got those farms up, he got those reactors up, which helped keep him out of debt. Zoltar did not. He chose to go into other things. So that was certainly a problem for him. And then those auctions. I think Zoltar won most of those early auctions. I think with the new bond ratings, you have to think very carefully about how much you're going to bid on auctions. Yeah, I mean, I think debt. I'm excited to see. Yeah, we've done game. Well, first of all, don't ever play a 3-player game. 3-player is just not the right sweet spot for the game. But we've done 4- and 6-player games on this channel. But you know, right now, when I was waiting, but right now, only so many people are playing on the NetFX version. Most people are playing on the regular version, which is totally fine. But I really only wanted to stream the version that's about to come out next week with all the new black market items. But yeah, basically, I am happy with how the bond rate is working out, because it means debt is now definitely something that is an issue. Debt is bad now, but of course it's also a powerful tool. It's you have to use your intuition to figure out how much debt is enough and how much is too much. So need way more numbers. All right, yeah, clearly this is the one thing this game needs is more numbers. I suppose what you guys, tell me, okay, numbers is fine. Tell me exactly what you need. I suppose what you need to know is, when do you go from a C rating to a D rating? What it means is it basically is just a ratio between your total value. I'm not sure if I can get to that right. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. So you see, right, if you mouse over a player, you see their total value is, of course, this isn't really going to be very useful because PB has no debt, but you see right there it says HQ is worth $2.4 million. He has $45,000 in cash. He has $838,000 in structures. You add all that up together, that's your total value. So then basically you take your debt and you make a ratio between that. And I don't have the number right off the top of my head, but I think it's something like, if you have a 20% ratio between your debt and your total value, you will have a D rating. I don't know exactly what that is. I guess I don't know exactly what it is. It's in the XML file, so someone can look it up. But that's essentially how it works. And yeah, we could find a way to put that into the game somewhere. Right now we're just showing the bond rating as a little number, but we could definitely have something where you mouse over it and it could tell you, at these different thresholds, you will get these different bond ratings. So you have a sense of how much debt you can go into. But this is, the bond rating is not even out in the official version yet. So, we're just going to need some play time for people to see how it goes and what they like about it. And it was a funny thing. It just sort of came up randomly a couple weeks ago, but I think it's definitely sort of transformed the game. People had a sense that that was a problem, and I don't know if bond ratings are the perfect answer, but it's definitely, I think, made the game a little more interesting. And just looking forward to seeing how games play out. Once it gets out in the wild. But anyway, this was a really entertaining game, and I enjoyed it. And I know that Zoltar maybe needed a little more time to wake up his mind, but I'd love to see them play it again. Unfortunately for me, I got to head off. But if anyone wants to, if PB or Zoltar or anyone else wants to stream Offworld for a while, I'd be happy to host you from the Mohawk channel. So just let me know. I'll wait here for another couple minutes answering questions, or whatever else before I sign off. Because we still got 100-some viewers. I'm going to open up the chat, take a look at what people have been saying. I'll set up a stream at least for a little while. Okay, Zoltar is going to be streaming the game, which is great. He's an excellent streamer, and I assume that he will be playing off of. I assume he would be playing off the next version. So, again, actually, let me post a link right now that'll show you how. There's a link that you can use to basically get onto the next version, because he'll need some people to play against. So anyway, glad you guys enjoyed the game. Seeing if there's any questions people had. Okay. All right, I'm going to be signing off and hosting Zoltar. Actually, I'll just host. Zoltar, is your stream up? But the infographics I just showed, what did I just show? Are you talking about this stuff? If you hit F1, this stuff comes in, or you know, in the regular, after the game's over, you go to the post-game report. You just hit escape and you get there. And then this shows you all the stats and where they made their money, where did they make their money. PB head, you know, Offworld was not a factor. It was mostly making money off of food, oxygen, fuel. You know, you got those triangles up as scientific. Those were pretty awesome. Made a lot of money off electronics. But here's the big thing: power. $360,000 off of power. Oh, that's just my default background thing. And I believe that if you go to the Mohawk Games Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Mohawk Games, and you scroll down, I believe we have that resource chart there. If you also go to the blog, mohawkgames.com/blog, you'll be able to find it there as well if you scroll back to some of the older posts. But yeah, that's a useful screen. It gives you sort of the basic breakdown of the different resource paths. Zoltar, are you online? Let me check on my phone. I'm going to basically hang out here until Zoltar is up. As long as he's up in the next 5 minutes. And then switch everybody over. Could the numbers here not have human... Oh, you mean get rid of the K? Well, it's hard to say which one is better. When you get those, like 163,452, it's a lot of numbers. In fact, I almost think here on this screen it'd be better if it was only shown in K, because basically these last 3 digits are not really useful at all anyway. So we might need a different threshold. And the sold, get rid of K. Yeah, see again, I think it should be all K, because what difference does it make? Make a note of that. So I'm doing only K. Because I agree, it should be in like the same. If you're trying to compare them across, across a column, it certainly would be better. Yep. Yeah, I'll try to get that working. All right, Zoltar is up. All right, I'm going to thanks for watching, everybody, and I'm going to host Zoltar.